Hiya and welcome to my channel. Today I'd just like to show you how I print and cut inserts for a traveller's notebook. I'm going to use this one today, which is Planners Anonymous, the Rainy Days Monthly Luxe Kit. So I'll select my size of TNB6 and I'll select Undated Luxe. I still need to log in to purchase this, but it'll be like this pretty much with any printable shop where you'll buy your digitals, that you'll select the size that you want to print and then the type of insert. You'll then need to add it to your shopping cart and purchase it just like anything else. And after you purchase it, you'll receive a download link to download the document. This is the download link on the web page, which has popped up following my purchase. And you can see here there's a button to click download now. In my email there'll be a similar type download link. So you can access this either on this page or in your email that you've used to make the purchase with. This is the downloads file on my PC. It's similar if I use my tablet. There will be a download in the downloads folder, and you can see it here, Rainy Days Inserts, and it's a zip file. That just means it's a compressed file, so it takes up less file space than if it wasn't compressed. Double clicking on the file will show the two files that are in here. There's one for instructions for the printable, and then there's the actual insert for the traveller's notebook. Up here is the file to extract all, so we press this and we'll just accept the default location for the files. This unzips the files ready to use, so we can see them here. And if I double click on the insert, the file's now opened in Adobe Acrobat Reader, so you can see it here, and I can just scroll through the pages. You can see it looks like a book or a booklet. That's because this is for a traveller's notebook, so it does indeed print like this, like a little book. If this was rings inserts, it would just be the individual pages which you can cut separately. But this is the traveller's notebook insert, and the final page in the printable is the centre of the traveller's notebook. But if I just whiz up to the top again, what we want to do is go to File and Print. And my default printer is my current printer, which is an HP printer. This printer I'm having problems with at the moment. The previews here are showing in black and white, but the printer is indeed printing in colour. So to print it, we want to print all of the pages, although I would recommend the first time you print, just print page 1 and 2. We want to print it on actual size. We want to print on both sides of the paper, and I want to check here the flip on short edge. Now also, because this is an HP printer, I need to go up to advanced and just make sure that this print as image is checked. I found with my HP printer, if I do this, that it lines up the front and the back of the page much better, so the crop marks are almost in the same place, whereas when I don't have this print as image checked, then it's almost a centimetre out in the printing of the front and the back of the page. I have had Brother and Canon printers, and I haven't had this problem at all, so this is only a problem I've received with HP printers. The next thing to do pretty much is just to hit the print button and print it, but before doing that, just make sure you have paper in your printer to print the inserts on. Normal standard paper is 80 GSM, but I like to print my inserts on 120 GSM. This is, I think, 32 pound paper. So I find 120 GSM paper is just the right thickness for printing planner inserts on. It's a good thickness for stickers and for writing and for stamping, but it's not too thick as to really bulk things up. It will hit print, and this will go off to the printer. And now you can see the insert has printed, and if you look at it here, you can see that's basically what the insert will look like once you trim it to fit your traveller's notebook. So the next step is to trim it to size, and I'll do that now. I have here my Fiskars Precision paper cutter, which I'm going to use to trim the top and the bottom of the inserts for my traveller's notebook. There are 9 pages in this of 120 GSM paper, which is £32, remember. So what I'll try and do is do it in 2 lots. So I'll grab 5 pages here and we'll see how that goes. Pretty much all the inserts you buy for planners from printable shops come with these crop marks here. So these are the marks where you cut, for example, this way and this way. A lot of shops have the true sizes, and I don't always cut to the true size. For example, a true B6 size is 12.5 by 17.6 centimeters, which is about 4.9 by 6.9 inches. Whereas I always cut everything for my traveller's notebook at 5 by 7 inches, so it's just a lot easier to work in those whole numbers for me. If we look at the cut marks on this one, which is the Planner's Anonymous B6, if I line it up here and here, you can see it is in fact 7 inches. And then from this cut mark to this cut mark is 10 inches. With the paper trimmer, I only cut the top and the bottom. I cut the edge separately to make sure it's a nice straight edge. So I can use the cut marks in this case. So I'll put the cut marks up under this bit here where the trimmer actually cuts. And that's cut through the 5 pages fairly easily. And then I just want to flip it over. Now I need to cut the bottom. So this bold line here is the 7-inch line. So I just place it along the 7-inch line and make sure the side's pushed up against there. And then just cut through there. So that's those 5 pages done, and that's from the center. It folds this way. So I normally put the center face down, and then I grab the next chunk of papers and I do the same. So because with the first one I cut the bottom first, then I do it also with this bit. So if I put the crop lines along the bottom, and then put this one on 7 inches, make sure it's lined up along the top. And then I have this part and I can put them together. So this is the outside cover and this is the inside. Now I'll just get rid of the paper trimmer and I'll show you what I do next. You may know from making booklets or inserts in the past that if you actually cut this side as well so that you've got the 10 inches and then you fold it all over, you'll find that the pages are all uneven because the page in the middle is in a different place from the page on the outside, so it makes all of the edges a bit raggedy. So what I like to do is fold all the pages first and then trim along that outside line, and that gives me a nice straight line. So basically all I do is fold, starting in the center, I just fold all of the pages in half. See, my printer's actually put some lines down on this coloured bit. My poor old HP printer really isn't the best printer. I really need to buy a new printer. So if anyone has a recommendation for a new printer which prints really well, I'd be very grateful to receive any such recommendation. So if you please pop it down below, I'd be forever grateful. I am thinking of buying a super tank printer. I think that's what they're called. The tank printers that you basically don't need to buy toner for because you just have bottles where you top them up, and they supposedly come with 2 years supply of toner. I think that sounds fantastic. Now that it's all folded in half, hopefully you can see how it pushes those edges out. So if we cut the side edges first, you can see it would look really quite raggedy on the edge there. So this is why I like to fold it and then cut it. So once I've folded it, I use my self-healing mat and I just line it up on the grid system here. So the grids are in inches, so I go to 5 inches and I cut along there. So you just need a metal ruler and a craft knife for this. I have my We Are Memory Keeper Supreme ruler in this case, and I just line it up with that 5-inch mark, like so. And then I have a Fiskars rotary cutter. It's just a little bit faster than using a craft knife, for example. So I basically just push down and cut. It'll take a few cuts to get through all of the pages. And there we are. So after a few cuts, I've cut through, and hopefully you can see it's a really, really nice straight edge down the side there, which is the way that I like it. And then I've got my booklet. So I'll just show you in my traveller's notebook what I then do. I have a string here in my traveller's notebook. This is my B6 Melody planner, and if I just grab the middle of the insert, lift up the elastic and pop that in the center, you can see that that's held perfectly in place without needing to have staples or sewing or anything at all in the middle there. If you're going to use your insert actually just in the elastic like this, and you don't want to take it out and write in it and put it back in, there's no need at all to bother with the staples or the sewing or anything. So if you don't have a long arm stapler, don't race out and buy one. It's really not needed. If you have a notebook you want to take in and out a lot, then yes, I would recommend stapling or sewing them. I like to sew them actually, and I can do another video showing you a handy little tool that I have for sewing them together. But in the meantime, this is basically it. So we've bought the insert, we've printed the insert and cut the insert, and it was really quite a short time, and now we have the insert to play with. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope it's been of some interest to you. I'm just now going to quickly go through this insert in case you're interested in what one of the Planners Anonymous Luxe inserts looks like. If you're not interested, I hope I catch you in the next video. Otherwise, please stay tuned and we'll have a look at this rainy days insert. We've got the beautiful rain falling on the windows here. And then here we've got a colour block spread. As I said, my printers put these lines down it. It never happened with my old printer, so it's something special about my HP printer. So then there's an undated monthly spread, because if you remember I chose the undated Luxe insert. These beautiful flowers down the side. Here we've got the lovely flowers again, and we've got this month's word is. And then the month ahead. So this is a page to write sort of your goals for the month and so on. So you can set 3 different goals and then the steps to achieve those goals. And then we go through into some blank weeks. So these are EC width, 1.5 inch columns. And we've got different colours which coordinate with the kit. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks, and then we've got the centre spread, which is this gorgeous park bench in the rain. And then there's a dot grid with the lovely houses. Hopefully you can see there the dot grid. And it has these lovely houses on the bottom. We've got 2 of those. And then a dot grid with the boots. Then we've got things to do, finances, so income, savings, expenses, we've got one line a day, so it has 31 days, and every day you can write something, for example, something that you're grateful for, a highlight of the day, etc. Then we've got a looking back, so a reflection, looking back upon the month and the goals for the month and thoughts about the month. And then here, this beautiful raindrops and umbrellas, and I am grateful for. And then the back of the insert. So that's it. So thanks so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and maybe I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.